We continue our coverage of the wildfires burning across our state as firefighters continue working to put out the flames, and there are still a number of large ones spreading across hundreds of thousands of acres in central and eastern Washington. The Grand Park 2 fire is continuing to spread in Mount Rainier National Park, with officials now saying it's grown to at least 300 acres with no containment. And a relative of one of our reporters got this video on board a Delta flight as they flew into Seattle. That fire broke out Friday afternoon north of the Sunrise Visitor Center, and roads from State Route 410 to Sunrise and White River Valley remain closed.
Two fires near the Snake River northeast of the Tri-Cities continue to burn. We have the Nunamaker Road fire in eastern Franklin County. That's nearly 21,000 acres in size. Crews gained some solid ground in the fight against the flames, though, because now it is 80% contained. About 17 miles east, the Little Goose fire is more than 8,000 acres. As of the last update we've received, and there's still no containment reported there. Both are on private land, so there is no threat to buildings or structures.
And we're tracking the Little Giant fire in Chelan County, which has been burning in the Okanagan-Wenatchee National Forest since mid-July. People living or camping near Entiat have been told to go now, with level 1 and 2 evacuation orders also in place. This fire has jumped to 111,000 acres with just 2% containment.
Local groups across our area are stepping up to help out those impacted by these wildfires. The organization Food Lifeline is sending 2 trucks to Spokane carrying food and other essential items to support response and recovery. They're going to be leaving by 2 o'clock this afternoon from the Seattle Distribution Center. Stoop Brewing in Ballard is also making an effort to those impacted by the fires in Spokane, sending a truck full of non-perishable food, hygiene items as well, and pet food on Friday. The donation drive was organized by the owner of Stoop, who says that she grew up in the north side of Spokane, and she says it's a good way to cap what has been an emotional week, especially learning that people she knows have lost their homes. And if you'd like to donate, you can do that. We have more information on our website, fox13seattle.com/links.
Some animal lovers in Kirkland are collecting supplies for pets displaced by the Sinlahegan fire in Okanagan County. Meow Cat Rescue is holding a pet supply drive this Saturday, the 15th, from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. and volunteers asking for donations of cat and dog food, canned or dry, for those affected by the fires. They're also in need of cat litter, litter boxes, and pet carriers. And if you'd like to donate, you can go to the location on Northeast 68th Street. The Sinlahegan fire, now the largest in the state, with more than 140,000 acres burned.
A sign of hope for one Spokane family as they begin the rebuilding process after losing their home through the Old Trails fire.
You found it? Did you really?
Small moment of joy there. That was the moment that they found a wedding ring in the ashes. Jalen Ingram says that it was one of the few things the family had to remember her mother by, and her husband Mike says that it is just a sign of strength that they need to begin this rebuilding process.
So to be able to have that is both a connection to her mother, to my mother-in-law, that we're delightful for. And I hope that it's a little beacon of hope.
The wedding ring wasn't the only tangible item that was a showing of strength of this family. Their son, Sean, also engraved half of a brick from their burned home, saying that, you know, today we rebuild, and that is the motto the family is holding on to and will live by going forward. And it's always awful and tragic to see this happening in our community, Brian, but beautiful to see how the community will rebuild.
Exactly. And you know, this is a long road ahead for the folks out in Spokane. There's still fires burning out there. So, you know, we're not done with this yet, but this will be, you know, years in the making here as these neighborhoods rebuild. Our Lake Union camera right now looking mostly cloudy. We're at 56 degrees. Hope you're having a good day here west of the Cascades. We're going to be looking at sunshine increasing as the day goes on. We're into the mid-50s though to start, and we're going to be looking at smoke mainly just east of the Cascades. You can see that flow is continuing to be westerly, so the wind coming over the water really helps keep that smoke out in central and eastern Washington. That is pumping a lot of smoke though into Idaho and parts of Montana as well, unfortunately. Fire risk levels will increase as the week goes on. We're going to be bringing in some breezy wind at times, especially by Thursday. And on top of that, we do have a chance of lightning over the Cascades coming up here on Wednesday.